Alright, yes, this is how we always do the cornrows for the short pieces. And for here, I'm just going to direct you some of the tips on how you're supposed to do it, just starting from behind. And then there is something that we have been doing, but it's a mistake, and I have to explain it when it comes to the center, how we always organize this center. So you need to know all about that. So another thing, when we are starting, these are the way we're supposed to start from down, and then the center is also becoming very difficult for some people, as I'm going to be explaining to you. Then even something, this, why I always put this, most people always ask, as they are still asking themselves, like, why always rub. And then plus, did you know that I can do this makeup also?
Morris, the Crochet Master.
All right, yes, so welcome to our tutorial. Yes, my name is Maurice, the Crochet Master, and I would like to welcome everyone who is watching me wherever you are. Yes, thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for watching all my videos, as we're going to be learning together. So this time around, we are going to be doing the short piece, and it is going to be in a curly format. And we all know how curly pieces are very hard to trim. So I'm just going to give you my tips on how I managed to have this short piece. And trust me, it is my first time to do it, but trust me, I did it my way. And you know that I always do it my way. So if you want to do it my way, please join me as we are doing these together. First, I would like to welcome all the return subscribers. That, yes, you're most welcome to the channel. So what I was trying to explain to you at the first place is that you need, when you're doing these cornrows, please, before you reach on top of the ear, if you try to look at this line, we are still in the middle, like in the middle halfway, but don't continue doing it this way. So most of the times, whenever I reach, oh excuse me, like here, please try to continue and try to make a circle. You know why? It is because most of the times when you're trying to apply that hair, like the short piece, it can become very difficult for you if you just try to, let's say that we had made like 6 cornrows, like from down, and then they come up like on top of all these, so that one would be difficult for you. So that's why I would always advise that, please, before you continue with that, you should always try to add on that. You understand? Like, you just have to continue when you reach in the middle of your hair. But for this, still, it depends on someone's hair. Those people who have like those people with a short forehead, but still on that I will have to explain. But please, whenever you're plating it from behind, you're coming from behind, try to see like this ear, like where it stops. Don't continue like up, you understand? You try to make sure that at least your cornrows are making a good circle, because now when they're in the good circle, trust me, your hairpiece will come out very nicely. So as we continue, when we are doing this type of a cornrow, remember, we're doing it in the inside way, and those are the cornrows that I always tell you that they do last longer. You understand? So like, if you learn how to do this, trust me, your cornrows will be like most of your wigs, or maybe like these other short pieces, will always last longer. Yes, if you try to do, if you know how to do this inside cornrow. And here I will explain more, is that most of you guys know how to do like this up to maybe like the end cornrows, but when you do it with this short piece, trust me, there's the way it like it looks like the way, how can I explain this? It becomes like too big. It's not flat. it doesn't become flat for you, like for your piece to look natural. You understand? Yes. So I'll explain more about that still. And this is the piece that we're going to be using, the Brazilian version. So here, when you're trying to apply it, you see how I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the circle the way it's supposed to be. So that's why I put it down and I start from here. Here I'm trying to get the way that my piece is going to be flat very like behind. You understand? So that's why I always try to curve it this way, so that like from down, you see I'm not following the cornrows, but at least I want like my piece to curve down, so that it can be like behind it's always flat. You understand? So now if it's flat, and if you follow these, if you just follow the cornrows the way they are, it might looks, is it like to swell behind? You understand? Yes, and yet it's supposed to be flat. So what you do, you try to install it, to sew it that way. And when I reach here, still I have to go up. You see there is no any corner there, but I have to put it up so that I can still get the same the same look like this side. You understand? So this thread is trying to disturb me, but when I'm done with that, this is what I always do also. If you try to look at them right now, they're already showing you that are they are flat already. They're flat already. You see, so that is the same thing. That now, if I, after achieving all that, I'm just going to come back behind, and then I apply it this way. You understand? Just by those steps. So after applying that way, finishing the whole behind, I'll just have to follow the other line, then I continue sewing this way. And for you guys, you all know how to I understand you know how to sew it. We all know that we now need to follow the lines the way they are until we reach the center. That's how we're supposed to do. So big out to shout out to Grace Kanawa. Yes, love you so much. And please, I still have I have a lot that I'm trying to get for you, so that we can continue this journey of learning. Yeah, but I'm trying to fix it up so that we can do this. And now, well, we're done with that. You can see now I'm reaching on the level that I need to make sure that these things are true. So remember, when we're trying to apply this short piece, you just need to know in your mind that there's somewhere that's supposed to be flat, like mostly behind. When you're coming on top, as you're coming on top, like you're coming following your circle. So from behind and front, obviously it's supposed to be packed. The front and the behind is supposed to be back, but the sides are always supposed to be flat. Like you're supposed to be, let's say if you're using two behind then two front, then it means on the side you need to use one. But for that one, for it to separate them, you need to know, like you need to separate them from the forehead. The two forehead is when it's where you can separate them very well. So as the way I'm doing it here, so when I reach here, you see like I'm already reaching like the center. So here I'm trying even to pack. I can do like 4 of them or even like 5, so that I create the corner. You understand? Even if like someone is trying to lean on something, it is not going to lose the shape, and that's what is we always fight for. So it means you're not supposed to bring only the two toe up to the center. No, you need to when the more you extend, you're trying to reach the center, you keep on adding more steps of the piece, so that so here like you can see the 3, but just because I'm at the center, so there's no any problem, because we all know that here in the middle there is already, like we always have a lot of hair in the middle. So I bring it in that add, like in the middle is supposed to be a lot, and this is the way I'm have to do it. So as I'm joining my center, since I don't have a closure on it, I will just have to sew it until I reach at the last point. So and this is what I'm trying to do. I know most of you guys, you always feel how to do this, but it is always simple for you. Just continue sewing until you reach the end. Yes, so that's how you can always achieve, and trust me, if you do that, you will be able to know how to sew the short piece. It's always very simple, and it's only like you just have to know the basics, but the basics mostly they will always depend on your art, the art that you have in your head, knowing that now if I'm going to cut, like let's say I would say like a French cut, I will always know that my sides are always going to be flat, so that like on top it can be somehow with the volume, and even the corner can be with the volume, but if behind it, it's supposed to be flat. So most of you guys, it's like it's always your hairpieces looks bad just because like you always leave like let's say you have packed the corner, it's okay, but still even down even down, like you pack from down up to the corner, so you find like someone is having like a back bush, and that's not the way it's supposed to work. So you just have to be very careful when you're trying to do this. So as I'm trimming, the only trick I would say about this piece, you just don't need to trim it like they will have been trimming these other short pieces. No, how you're supposed to trim it, you just have to follow the steps on how you've been sewing it, you understand, so that the curls, they can be on top of each of others. Yes, they're creating those steps, you understand. So this is how you can always create it, but you can start from behind. Inside that you'd feel like starting from, you can always start from there. And we all know now, if we are behind here, we're not supposed to overcut it. We're not supposed to overcut it, so that we can gain that that volume. So this is what this is the way it looks, and you can see how it is coming out already. So I'm trying to make sure I bring all that. You see how behind it is coming out, and this is the way to go. So you make sure that at least you remove these down ones so that you create that flat thing. So here in the middle, you don't need to touch anything because we need that volume. If any, like if our client would need like maybe to lean on something, our piece is not going to lose any shape. So when you're done with that, you just have to wrap it so that you can put this person in the dryer for like 10 minutes, and then you can remove it. Trust me, it will be very, very nice. So enjoy the video. My name is Maurice, the crochet master, but the way of spraying it is always very, very easy. And please, if you always want to get all these if you want to join me as we always do this, please make sure, try to know that I upload videos every week. At least I make sure that I upload a video so that we get to learn. And on this channel we always learn different kind of hairstyle, as I always tell you. My name is Maurice, the crochet master, and I'm gonna sign out. Bye bye. May God bless you all. See you in my next video.
Nobody do it like Maurice, yeah. The crochet master. Nobody do it like Maurice, yeah. Oh no 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 no. Nobody do it like Maurice. The crochet master, crochet master. He got the touch of a crochet master. Yeah. No no. Maurice got the touch of a crochet master. No, no, no. He got the touch of a crochet master. Yeah, yeah. A touch of a crochet master. Maurice. Yeah, yeah. He got the touch of a crochet master. Crochet master. Maurice. Yeah, crochet master.